A pot of coffee is always here to welcome a friend. Iced tea is aplenty, like a friendship that never ends. Can't always get that tea kettle a whistling, where recipes are shared with love.
So in a pan, we're on the stove. We got a half a cup of non-fat dry milk. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of flour. We're going to add some tarragon and some parsley to this. And of course some salt and pepper. I'm going to stir this up. I'm going to add my pepper to that. Now, we're going to add a cup and a half of water, or like I'm doing, we're going to do chicken broth. I'm going to stir this in. So we need to cook this until it gets soft. So I switched to a spatula. It did say to use a whisk, but you know the whisk you cannot get in the sides of the pan, so we're going to cook this until it's soft. Did I say cook it until it's soft? No, we're going to cook it until it's thick. Sorry about that. So now that it's thick, we're going to add 2 cups of diced chicken. I'm just adding 1 pint to that, and I'm going to add about a half some carrots and some celery. I'm also adding a can of diced potatoes. You don't have to add those. It's just my decision to add those. The recipe doesn't call for that. I'm going to mix this all up. We placed our meat mixture in a greased casserole dish. Now we're going to make the pastry that goes on top. So if I wanted to, I could do the mashed potato topping, but I'm not doing that. I will leave that link to that recipe below. In a bowl, we got a half a cup of flour and some salt. We're going to mix this together. So now we got the flour and salt mixture. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil or olive oil. I'm going to mix this up and form into a ball. The recipe called to put your ball of dough on wax paper, lightly floured. I don't have wax paper, so I used foil. Now I've rolled it out, put another piece of foil, rolled it out. Now we're going to put it on top. I peeled this off and put it on top of our casserole dish. So it really didn't fully cover our casserole dish, but it'll be fine. Now you're supposed to seal it, which I ain't got no sealing. So we're going to go ahead and bake it like this, and I'm assuming it should be okay since we got some of the sides are not covered. If your crust actually covered your casserole dish, you would have to make some slits in it. So we're going to put this in a preheated oven for about 20 minutes or until the crust is brown. So this was supposed to be a quart and a half casserole dish. I put it a little bigger, so I should have probably doubled the recipe for the crust, but you learn from your mistakes. So now we let this bake for about 20 minutes until that crust is golden brown.